Here are 5 digital marketing lessons that I've learned in the past 6 years to grow a 6-figure business, and of course, how you can apply them too. So my name is Nathan Williams, and in 2012, I was in the US Army, and I left the Army to start a business as a certified personal trainer. So I started my business, Nate Fitness. Here I am, looking all cool, trying to, cross my arms and look muscular and all that type of stuff. Nate Fitness, online personal trainer. And so to get business, of course, I built a website because that's what you do as a business. You build a website, people will show up on the website, learn about you, buy your stuff, etc. That's what I figured. So I put my website together and it was a complete ghost town. No one was coming to my website. No one was buying my services. No one was hiring me. Things weren't working correctly. And so that came to traffic then. So I needed traffic to my website. And I started to dabble in Facebook ads, try to get some traffic going through there. And then I got into SEO, or search engine optimization. So I try and rank my website for certain keywords. So that way when somebody types a search into Google, my website pops up. They go to my website, they learn about me, they buy my stuff. So that was the plan, to send traffic to my website following Facebook ads, SEO, and what happened was no money. So I went back to the drawing board and I was like, I need to make money. So to do that, I decided to create digital products. This is what the gurus were talking about. Having digital products that are incredibly high margin, 100% margin basically, was how you made money online. And people weren't buying my services really, so I figured digital products, I could sell them anywhere to anyone, right? So good idea. So I set off building digital products. I created nature workouts. I created how food really works, 6-pack in 6 minutes, no nature, no problem, 3 fat-burning muscle-building exercises you can do anywhere, anytime, and real results. And so I set those things out, put them for sale, and no money. Dang it. So I tried building a website. I tried selling my services through that website. I tried creating digital products like the guru said. Still, no money was coming. So then I realized I needed a list. So I needed a list of email subscribers so that way I could email them and make a bunch of money, right? The saying was that every email subscriber is worth about $1 a month. So I was like, well, I can do that. That sounds good. I like that, those odds. So I rapidly grew my email list to 10,000 subscribers, and I was paying less than 1 cent per subscriber. Now, the gurus at the time were saying that leads cost between like $1 to $2 to get a lead, and I was getting them for less than 1 penny. And I was like, I'm a freaking genius. This internet marketing thing is a piece of cake. I freaking rock. And I started emailing my list, and yeah, you guessed it, no money. And the reason for that was I wasn't advertising to the right people. I was actually advertising to folks in India, and no offense to anybody that's in India, but they were not wanting to buy my personal training services or my digital products. They were not good customers for me. So I didn't make any sales, even though I grew my list to 10,000. And the guru said, you need a list to make money. But that's not true if the right people are not on your list. And so we got lesson number 1 here. All traffic is not created equal. So not everyone that visits your website is worth having on your website necessarily. So anyway, I kind of got tired of being a personal trainer. Now, I did have a couple clients as a personal trainer. They were not from my internet marketing experience. They were from people I knew, people my parents knew. So I had a few referrals come in through like real life relationships. Nothing that like came from my marketing came to me. But anyway, I did have a few clients, and they're sucking up all this time, right? Clients were a lot of work. They'd call me with questions, and I'd have to come up with plans for them, and I'd have to check in with them. And it was just a lot of work. I had about 10 clients at the time, and it was taking all my time. So what I really wanted to do was become a full-time internet marketer. The personal training stuff kind of wore off, and I really liked all the marketing stuff. I liked growing a list, even though I did it wrong. I liked SEO and trying to figure that out. I liked Facebook ads, trying to figure that out. Trying to do marketing automation, trying to build websites. I liked all that technical stuff and trying to figure that stuff out. So I want to become a full-time internet marketer. And so, yeah, I actually started to have success doing that. I was doing affiliate marketing with niche websites. So little websites that basically were review websites where I'd have a review of a product and I'd have affiliate link to that product. So if somebody went through my link and purchased the product, then I'd earn a commission. And I promoted those websites with SEO, and I was building backlinks to those websites quite unethically, maybe gray hat, I would say. So basically I was spamming the internet with a bunch of links to my properties, and those links told Google that my website must be good because there's all these links pointing to my website, so I must have a good website. We'll rank it high up in the ratings. And so people would do searches, find my websites, read the reviews, click through to go buy the product, and I was making decent money. And then one day, Google launched an algorithm update called Penguin, which wiped my business off the face of the planet. No more traffic was coming to my website. This algorithm update, it banned websites that were doing these gray hat link building tactics that I was doing. So all my websites were taken down and my revenue streams dried up overnight. It was literally overnight. So lesson number 2 here is SEO is unpredictable when done poorly. So again, I was building link pyramids and link wheels and private blog networks and doing all sorts of crazy stuff that you shouldn't really do. I mean, it doesn't really add value to the world. I was trying to game the system. So anyway, I was trying everything I could possibly come up with to make more money because, yeah, my website stopped working and I needed to support my family, my wife and I. And so I was trying everything. I purchased a bunch of different tools and services and all sorts of different random crap promising overnight success, overnight riches, real quick and easy. You press a couple buttons and boom, money starts flowing. So yeah, I bought a bunch of that crap, and it kind of culminated into I purchased a $2,000 program, and it wound up being kind of like a scam, or it wasn't quite what you would think it was, or it was not what they said it was. So I spent $2,000 on this program and I could not get my money back. And so I had to tell my wife that I lost $2,000, and this was the first time in about 5 years of marriage that I was forced to sleep on the couch. Now I'd been married, 5 years or so, done a lot of stupid stuff and never had to sleep on the couch, but apparently my wife's breaking point is when you blow $2,000 on nothing and you don't have a job to make that money back. So that's the breaking point. I was on the couch that night and it sucked, okay? I've only been on this couch one night in my life, and yeah, it was because I was acting out of fear, and that's not a great way to run your business. And so ultimately, I was embarrassed, right? Here I am, the man. I was in the Army doing cool things, and then I got out of the Army to become a personal trainer, and I learned how to build muscle and train people and all that type of stuff. And I started my business, and that kind of failed because I didn't want to handle that many clients. They were taking all my time, and my digital products weren't selling that I created, and everything I tried to do just did not work. So I kind of failed at personal training, and then I got into digital marketing or internet marketing, affiliate marketing, and that kind of started working. And then it failed overnight when Google changed their algorithm. And so, yeah, I had no money coming in. I'd spent a lot of money. My wife was not happy. My parents were not happy. And I was embarrassed. It was not a good situation to be in. And so that brings me to lesson number 3. And that is, there is no easy button. There's none out there in this world that's going to give you one button solution to make lots of money. It just does not exist. All right. But it's not a giant mystery either. So yeah, it's not as simple as boop, button, success, but it's not like some secret mystery, okay? And I'll show you what I mean here shortly. So that's the good news. Like, there's a clear path to success. All right, so anyway, I ultimately got a job because I did have to produce money somehow if these push button solutions weren't working and my affiliate marketing strategies weren't working. I mean, I had to do something. So I got a job, and you know what? It was not bad at all. I met a lot of really good people, met a really good friend. Here I am with him right now, or in this picture. His name's Chad. And here we are at the World's Toughest Mudder, which is a 24-hour obstacle course race where you go as far as you can in 24 hours. And basically the entire time you're wearing a wetsuit. Like you see me right there in the wetsuit. And a wetsuit, if you don't know, they're hard to get on and get off. So when you got to go to the bathroom during your 24-hour race, you go in your suit. So I did not poop in my suit, but I definitely peed a whole lot in that thing. And by the time I was done, I smelled like a porta potty. Like it was freaking disgusting. But my buddy Chad, he's a good fellow. He helped me strip that thing off of me. It was covered in urine, and I was really sore, so I couldn't like use my arms or legs properly, and I was just like kind of laying there, and he had to like yank this urine-soaked thing off of me. So anyway, yeah, I met a good friend with that job. I learned a lot on the job, and yeah, so it was not a bad experience by any stretch of the imagination, but it was not me, running my business. So anyway, while I was working at my job, I started blogging and created online courses like in the off hours. So, I had nights and weekends and everything. It was just a regular 9 to 5, so I had time to pursue digital marketing. And I started a website called Marketing Nate, the introverted marketer. As you can tell, I'm introverted and awkward on this video camera here. So yeah, I thought it was a good fit. And I started blogging, creating courses, creating things of value to people. I was talking about how to build websites. So I knew how to build WordPress websites, and I created a course on how to construct a WordPress website. I knew how to set up email marketing systems, and so I created a course on email marketing systems. Now, I wasn't teaching people SEO tactics or anything like that where I got screwed over because I just was not building something sustainable. I only taught people how to do things that I actually knew how to do. So that's what I started to do over on Marketing Nate. I didn't advertise it or anything like that, but people just started showing up. I realized that if you produce value, and people will ultimately start coming around to find you. And that brings me to lesson 4 here. So if you provide value to people, people will come, and value in the terms of the content you produce. So blog posts, videos, podcasts, etc., stuff that people consume. The products you produce, so they got to be valuable. They need to provide whatever they're supposed to provide. They need to be valuable products and services. So whatever you're trying to serve to people, it needs to be valuable and people will come. All right. So I started making money again with my Marketing Nate website, my courses, etc. And I was ultimately able to leave that job that I had. So that was cool. I was back on my own again. This time I was providing value instead of just trying to game the system, right? So that was a big shift in my mind, was value first, and then the rest of the stuff will come into place. And so I left my job. Things were going decent. They were improving and everything. And then this guy showed up one day. He'd been around for quite a while, I guess, but maybe 2015, he came into my life full force with his .com Secrets book. And, I read that. Then, of course, I bought ClickFunnels because that book's basically a massive sales letter for ClickFunnels. So I bought ClickFunnels and started using that to build, sales funnels. So you've probably heard of a sales funnel before, and you've probably seen them around. And so this diagram is probably not super familiar looking or not super strange looking to you. But yeah, so I started building funnels and applying them to my business. And if you don't know, a sales funnel is simply a few pages structured in a way that walks the customer through the buying process. So that's it. That's what a funnel is. It's a structured way that walks the customer through the buying process. Now, McDonald's, they have a sales funnel. That's how they've made, billions of dollars. And it starts off with that, would you like fries, with that line. So here's, here's essentially their funnel right here. So you walk into the store wanting a burger. And so you're like, hey, yeah, can I buy this burger? And they're like, yeah, that's $2, but do you want fries with that? And you're like, yeah, I'll take some fries with that. So you add fries to your order. And then you're like, okay, would you like a drink with your order? And you're like, well, I did just chug a bunch of water, so I should be good. I don't really need a drink. So you say, no, I'm good. And then they're like, well, are you sure you don't want a drink? Because, these fries are kind of salty. It might go good together. So they ask you again, if you're sure you don't want a drink, this is a downsell. And you say, okay, fine, give me a drink. And then they're like, okay, how about a dessert? And you're like, and they just baked some fresh baked cookies that just came out of the oven. So you're like, yeah, fine, give me the dessert too. And then you're through with your order. Instead of spending $2 or $4 on a burger, you spent $20 on a meal, and you feel sick because that's a lot of McDonald's, and McDonald's is disgusting. But anyway, you get the idea. It's a natural, progressive flow. You're recommending complementary products as people are checking out, and you can see how McDonald's, like a physical location, has a funnel that could be essentially converted to pages, right? That's what we're showing right here. Here's a book funnel example. So this is a funnel that I've been running for a client for about 18 months now. And this is the results of it. So we have the free book offer. So this is a book that costs, well, it's free, but $6.95 shipping and handling. Then immediately after that, they're offered a membership site subscription. So they could join us for $30 in the membership area. It's just a one-time payment. If they say no to that, we offer a two-payment, $15. So 2 payments of $15 to join the membership site. And so you can see that people are taking that. And then after that, we have an email coaching program that we offer, and for $4.95. And you can see people are taking that as well. So ultimately, our book that we're selling for free plus $6.95 shipping and handling, we're actually getting $15.05 per customer that comes into our funnel. So that's how much value is being added through the back end of the funnel. Is what, $9 almost? $8, $8.50, something. $8.50 to $9 is being added to our book cost. So by having that funnel there, our customer worth has increased, right? And so you might be thinking, like, does a funnel work everywhere? Like, I see it could work for McDonald's, or I see it could work for selling a book. But the question is, if you have customers that go through a buying process, so that should be like every business, I think, there's a funnel for that. So this includes agencies and freelancers, information products, e-commerce, coaches and consultants, network marketers, local small businesses, B2B lead gen, bloggers, and affiliate marketers. So all these types of businesses, business models, there are funnels for you, okay? That's, again, it's just a series of pages that take the customer through the buying process. Like, that's all it is. It's nothing like crazy or obscure or anything like that. If you have a buying process, you put a few pages in the right order to take people through that buying process, you got a funnel. And I mean, that's as simple as it gets. And the point, again, of these funnels is to increase AOV, or average order value, and in turn increase CLV, or customer lifetime value. And again, that's by having like upsells, downsells, cross sells, etc. Just like with that book funnel, we're spending, or the front end book is $6.95, but each customer was worth $15.05, right? So that's the point of the funnel. And ultimately what you want is a bunch of these funnels, all interconnected with marketing automation. So this is email marketing, text messages, Facebook Messenger, ringless voicemail, direct mail, etc. And so if somebody goes through one funnel, then they're directed to another funnel and another funnel and another funnel. All along the way, we're increasing average order value and they're buying more stuff, so we're increasing customer lifetime value. So that's the goal. Set up this backend automation with your different funnels. And then on top of that, you want to sprinkle in paid high quality traffic. So remember, not all traffic is created equal. That SEO traffic can be hit or miss. It's kind of unpredictable. Traffic from India, for my particular case, did not perform at all. Even though I was getting 1 penny per lead, they were not buyers. So not all traffic is created equal, but if you're able to pay for high quality traffic and sprinkle that into your system here, that's connected with marketing automation, funnels, increasing average order value, customer lifetime value, etc. You can pay for a lot more traffic, and paid traffic is a lot more predictable, and you can easily scale that up. You just spend more money, in theory. There's some more stuff to it than that, but you can turn it up or down based off of how well it's performing. Whereas SEO, it's you're at the mercy of Google, and that's not how we want to live our life. We want, paid, predictable traffic coming in. So that brings me to lesson 5 here. So you need a system to increase AOV, average order value, and customer lifetime value, or CLV. So that way you can afford to buy this high quality traffic. So this is how the gurus, several years ago were buying leads for $1 to $2. They were then able to convert that $1 to $2 per lead into more than that $1 to $2 that they spent to acquire the lead. So that was the piece that I was missing. I did not have that system to convert that money, the customer or lead acquisition costs, into actual paying customers. That's what I was missing all along. And the goal is to build a predictable machine with that paid traffic, and one where you can put $1 in and you get that dollar plus some more out. So that more might be $1 and 1 penny more out. I mean, that's still worth it, right? If you put $1 in and you got $1 and 1 cent back, I mean, if you threw $1 million into it, that's like 10 grand, I think. My math could be bad or off, but the point is you're gonna make a profit. You just throw more money into it and it spits more money out. In other instances, you might put $1 in and get $10 back, which would be freaking huge. And of course, you'd pump money into that all day, right? So that's the goal, is to build a predictable machine where you put money in, pay traffic, and you get money back out of your machine, out of your system. And so this is the machine that can do that for you. Now, yours might not look exactly like this, depending on what type of funnels you need based off of what you're selling and who you're selling it to. There's classic funnels, there are webinar funnels, product launch funnels, high-end or high-ticket funnels. There's a bunch of different funnels you can use, but the concept remains the same, where you're going to interconnect them with marketing automation. You're going to interconnect them with advertisements, paid traffic, retargeting ads, etc. And you're going to build a machine where you put $1 in and you get more than that back out. And the best way to build that machine is at crazymarketing.com/join. I have a really special offer for you over there. So go check it out, and I'll see you on the inside.